Hi, I have been getting so many requests to get updates on what's going on with my plants, so I thought I would make a little video. Here we'll start with my plant cabinet. Here's the full picture. As we get close, you can see what's exciting here. Over here, we have an anthurium that is pushing out a new leaf. And when it pushes out a new leaf, it has this like nice red sheen to it. Very pretty, very pretty. This is two varieties of my Hoya polyneura, outer variegated and inner variegated. I just took some cuttings of these because they seem to be struggling. So I wanted to have some backups just in case something bad happened. Let's see, here's another really, really pretty anthurium. I don't know if you can see like the sheen on it. Yeah, almost iridescent. Very pretty. So this beautiful lady in the center is my Monstera Thai constellation, which is a rarer form of Monstera. It grows a lot slower, but it has this nice variegation. This is our latest leaf. Great color, two nice fenestrations, and we're hoping that this next leaf, which I don't know if you can see right here, this is pregnant. This is a whole brand new leaf waiting to come out. So I've only gotten one or two new leaves on this since I got it about a year or so ago. And it's now putting out its first leaf of the season and its second leaf of the season. So very excited to see how big this one gets over summer. And then this is one of my most beloved plants. This is my Anthurium pallidiflorum, one of the most expensive plants, or the most expensive plant I've ever purchased. And it's putting out this new leaf right now, so it's still not hardened off. And obviously this one is still growing compared to this one was our last leaf. So we're about equal, close to equal in size or length, but I have a feeling that this new leaf will have a couple more inches in it before it is fully hardened off. So very exciting. Down here, I've got a lot of begonias. My most exciting one is my begonia begonia mela something. Melon Bonado, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But anyway, it looks to be growing a little bit. There's some new growth right there. And there's some new growth right there. And then on the other side of this planter, I've also got my first round of propagations of this plant. So these are all from an old leaf that I cut up and propagated. So we'll see how long these take to actually transform. It looks like our first one is getting the actual bumps and is really starting to resemble the mother plant. And this is another one of my favorites. This is Begonia Nautilescens, and I just think it looks cool. I'm very pleased with how big the leaves are getting and whatnot. This is my Begonia maculata, and she's not looking too great right now, but she's a smaller plant. I just got her, and I took some cuttings so I can put her into a pot and make her nice and full. But I wanted to show you, look at the back of these leaves. Do you see that? It looks prettier in person, but basically the backs of these leaves are so pretty. Another one of my most prized possessions. These are just cuttings from my Begonia thurstonii plant, but these leaves are just so pretty. So I wanted to, maybe not that one, but look how gorgeous green. Anyway, so this is the cuttings I've got, and then I'll show you the mother plant. Here is the mother plant for the Begonia thurstonii. And I got this one probably beginning of the year. We haven't had too much growth, but you can see back of the leaves are like a cool red, and some of the leaves are damaged a little bit, but we're happy that this is such a full mature plant. So really once we get everything potted up together, it should be really pretty. Look at, that one's a good leaf. We got some new growth coming in, and look at the stems have like all that fuzz on them. This is another new leaf on an anthurium. I just love the way that the light bounces off the leaves. So majestic. Okay, so this alocasia was giving me some problems. You can see that the leaves were like drooping down. I couldn't get them to stand up. And then these two leaves grew backwards, like normally have the light shining on towards them this way. And I realized that that means that they're getting too much sun. So the leaves were trying to hide from the light. So I just moved these to a new location. So hopefully these two new leaves will continue to grow, and then we can get some additional ones that will be happy that they're not in too much light. That you can see how these old ones have been a little bit sun bleached and whatnot. I should just cut this off. That's disgusting. But yeah, the color of these new leaves is just so pretty. Look at that. And they have beautiful backs. Here are two more alocasias that I'm really excited about. This one is called my Regal Shield alocasia, and this is one that I've had since the very beginning of my plant journey. It came as just a teeny tiny baby, and it's been maybe 2 or 3 years now, and all of a sudden it's finally starting to put out some really nice big growth. And you can see there's another leaf coming in right there. I also have this plant growing in semi-hydro, which means it's growing in inorganic material, and it just has a water reservoir at the bottom, and theoretically I just leave it in there. This is an experiment that seems to be going well. I have some that are not going so well. Okay, now this one is a newer one to me, but it's been on my wish list since the beginning, and I just haven't seen one until a couple weeks ago. This is at my Alocasia Frydek. Excuse me. This one, since it's newer, going through a transition, some of the leaves are not looking great, but I'm hoping by the end of summer she will be nice and perky and happy with lots of big, beautiful leaves. But these leaves just look like a cartoon, honestly. So I'm really excited to have a big full plant of this. And here's another example of a plant I've had since the very beginning. This one has not turned out like the Regal Shield. I thought it was a goner, but it popped out one little baby leaf. So we're gonna hold on, see what happens here. But yeah, 2 or 3 years to get like this size leaf, like, it's nothing. It's nothing. Got these in the same time, same order probably. Here's another example of an alocasia we have growing in semi-hydro. The setup is different, where it's moss at the top and then pebbles at the bottom. This is another experiment I saw a plant guy on YouTube doing, but I don't know if it's going well. A bunch of algae has grown here. It does look like the roots are really like growing all around and are happy, but then a bunch of these leaves are like looking like they have the plague. So I don't know what to do here. And here's the first Hoya polyneura that I ever got. This is a silver version, I believe. But got this, it was only 4 leaves, and I actually just took a bunch of cuttings of this plant, and I'm wanting to make a nice big full bush. So I have two sets of cuttings, two different jars of cuttings. So hopefully this starts growing again soon, and then we can get the propagations added in, and we'll have ourselves a nice mature plant. We've been working on this for a long time, over a year. All the spots on this one are just from a sulfur treatment. The sulfur treatment helps protect against flat mites, which are a common pest for Hoyas, but you just spray it with some sulfur and they're good to go. But yeah, this is called like a mermaid plant because of the way all the leaves look. Here is another fern I recently got. I don't know how long this one will last because it's a real fern and ferns are picky, but this one's called a rabbit tail fern, and it's a rabbit foot fern because it grows these like little rabbit foot looking things that are like fuzzy, you can see. So they'll keep growing out of the pot and crawling over. So I'm hoping this one survives so that we can see that in full effect. Next to my cabinet, I've got these two plants. This is an Alocasia Jacqueline, and she looks cool, but she's quite temperamental. So she just dropped a leaf, and okay, she is pregnant. Look at that. Look at that. So we should have another one coming up soon. Let's make sure she has plenty of water. Okay, she's good. Then this is my lemon lime Maranta. This one is thriving. I mean, she gets a little bit dry because she really likes moisture and it's hard to keep up, but otherwise the growth has been so nice, so luscious. And these are two calatheas I'm hoping survive. Calatheas are very finicky as a plant. This one is my Calathea orbiflora. The leaves are so pretty, but there's some mechanical damage on these leaves. So I'm hoping she starts pushing out new leaves soon. So far, she hasn't committed suicide, which is surprising. These plants are known to do that. Jump off a bridge. Okay, this one is the biggest pain in my butt in the whole wide world, but it's so pretty. It's got these like nice, beautiful, velvety leaves. A lot of them are damaged right now. It's been getting a lot of pest treatment. This one has a mealybug infestation. Do you see how pretty this leaf is? Nice and long and floppy, and the backs are nice and purple. Oh, there you go. Some of them are getting discolored because they've been sprayed with alcohol so many times and scrubbed, but basically every 3 days I'm going through this entire plant and trying to find mealybugs. At the base of the leaf, that's a clan of mealies. I brought some of my other plants in here to get good images of them. They normally hang in my front window to get the most sun possible because I want them to grow big and strong. This is a monkey tail cactus, and I've had this one for about 2 years now. There's some new growth popping out. We've got a Buddha in there for good luck and support. I'm trying to figure out when I should repot this one because I haven't repotted it since I got it, and it looks like there's some roots coming through. So I don't know. This plant is very, very popular. All the influencers have it. This one is not as popular. This one was more affordable, but I think it's just as cool. This is a golden rat tail cactus, and it will grow big like this one, but it'll be more of a darker colored cactus with more golden spikes, whereas this one stays primarily white. And then this is my Hoya linearis. This is another one that I've had since the beginning. And when I first got it, there was just a couple stalks, maybe this high. So we've gotten a lot of growth, which I'm very pleased about. And this plant will grow super long. So I'm hoping that within the next couple years, she'll be down like all the way to the floor from here. And we've also got a little Buddha in there for good luck for her. This is my regular rat tail cactus. It's basically just a skinny rat tail. And this one's a lot more mature. We've got so much growth happening here. We've got very long tendrils, so it would be very exciting if this cactus would bloom for me this summer. Down here I have my ficus collection. So these are 3 different types of rubber trees. And I want them to grow big and tall into big trees. So what I've been doing is coming down here and I shake them a lot. If you shake them, then it's like they grow a stronger trunk, like they're waving in the wind, you know? So they need a stronger trunk for that. So I come down here and I wiggle, you know, every day or so, whenever I remember, really. Because what we want them to be big and have a thick trunk like this guy. See him? Nice and big. And then it gets kind of woody up here. So these ones down here will eventually make their way to be this size. This one is called a Tianqi or something like that. And this one is called an Audrey. She's probably the most rare and most finicky one that I have. But you can see she's got new growth coming in, so we love that. So this one's not looking too good. I just cut it up, and this is my jade plant. I cut it up so that it could grow new branches and whatnot, but so right now it just looks awful. This is my asparagus fern. It's like a whimsical little fern looking thing. It's not actually a fern, but it looks like one. It's finally like growing. So I've had this for a year as well, and all of a sudden it's like growing like crazy. So I don't really know how to trim it to make it look like a tree again. Like down here you can see there's just like, oh, it looks so pretty. Yeah, anyway, then I have this Maranta that's pretty much on its last leg. I'm about to throw it out. It just doesn't want to survive. Survival of the fittest over here. This isn't very exciting, but I'm starting to grow my Brazil philodendron, Hartley philodendron, up the wall. So it doesn't look too great right now, but I'm excited to see what this turns into when it gets more mature this summer. That's about all I've got for this planty update. I will do more updates throughout the summer and maybe get to show you some plants that I didn't get to talk about today. But for now, that's all. Really wanting this leaf to just grow. This plant will get long enough, this Pallidiflorum will get long enough that it will like sit up on here and reach all the way down to the bottom. So I really want this to get like, I want these leaves to be over a foot by the end of the summer. # goals.